The sounds of World War II were brutal, undeniable. The roar of a Sherman tank, the bark of artillery, the frantic shouted commands of troops on the move. But in the spring of 1944, across the battlefields of Europe, some of these sounds were a meticulously crafted lie. An American Army unit, unlike any other, waged war not with bullets, but with illusion. They saved thousands of Allied lives without firing a shot. This is the incredible, untold story of the Ghost Army. Formed on January 20, 1944, the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops was an audacious experiment in psychological warfare. Its creators, U.S. Army planners Major Ralph Ingersoll and Colonel Billy Harris, envisioned a tactical deception unit that could fool the German High Command. They recruited not hardened infantry, but artists, actors, sound engineers, and even fashion designers. Many came from art schools and advertising agencies. The unit reportedly boasted one of the highest collective IQs in the U.S. Army. These were the combat con artists, the architects of an invisible war. Their mission, to impersonate larger Allied formations, sometimes simulating 2 entire divisions, roughly 30,000 men, to draw Axis attention away from genuine movements. Activated at Camp Forest, Tennessee, and later refined at Camp Pine, New York, these 1,100 men arrived in the United Kingdom in May 1944, just weeks before D-Day. Here, they played a role in Operation Fortitude, part of a massive strategic deception campaign designed to convince Hitler's forces that the main Allied invasion would strike Pas-de-Calais, not Normandy. Using dummy landing craft and false radio traffic, they contributed to a grander military deception. After D-Day, the Ghost Army came ashore in France, immediately plunging into active duty. Their arsenal was bizarre, ingenious. Visual deception was central. 2 soldiers could unwrap a 93-pound deflated rubber M4 Sherman tank from a duffel bag, inflate it in minutes with a gasoline-powered compressor, transforming it into a full-sized war machine. They deployed hundreds of these inflatable tanks, cannons, and trucks, meticulously camouflaged, even adding fake laundry to dummy bivouacs to suggest settled activity. Future art giants like Bill Blass and Ellsworth Kelly honed their craft not on canvas, but on rubber and canvas, painting the illusions of war. But visual trickery was only one layer. The 3132 Signal Service Company Special unleashed sonic deception. Powerful 500-pound speakers mounted on half-tracks blasted pre-recorded sounds. The roar of tank columns, the clatter of equipment, shouted orders, audible up to 15 miles away. Entire phantom armies moved across the dark European landscape. Meanwhile, radio operators perfected fake transmissions, even mimicking the unique Morse code fists of actual unit operators, further deceiving German military intelligence. These unique units didn't fight conventionally, but they operated dangerously close to the front lines, sometimes within a quarter mile of enemy positions, to ensure their performances were utterly convincing. They even planted disinformation in local cafes, leaking fabricated troop movements for German spies to intercept. Their illusions were so potent, they sometimes fooled even unsuspecting friendly forces. From assisting General George Patton's Third Army during Operation Brittany to securing vulnerable lines near Metz, the Ghost Army was everywhere, yet nowhere. As winter gripped Europe in December 1944, the Ghost Army moved into Luxembourg. During the desperate Battle of the Bulge, they conducted Operation Kodak, a radio-only deception, misleading German forces about Allied strength and buying vital time for real units to regroup and relieve Bastogne. Their most elaborate and critical mission came in March 1945. The U.S. Ninth Army faced a perilous crossing of the Rhine River, a heavily defended natural barrier deep in Germany. 10 miles south of the actual crossing point, the Ghost Army staged its magnum opus, Operation Viersen. Under the cloak of darkness, they simulated 2 entire divisions, a staggering 40,000 troops. Hundreds of inflatable vehicles were deployed. Sonic trucks blared the sounds of pontoon bridge construction and constant troop movement. Radio operators saturated the airwaves with fake chatter. The performance was flawless. German intelligence was completely drawn to the decoy location, diverting artillery and ground forces. While Hitler's forces shelled empty fields and listened to phantom armies, the real Ninth Army crossed the Rhine virtually unopposed, penetrating deep into Germany. This single, audacious act of military deception is credited with saving an estimated 15,000 to 30,000 Allied lives. The Ghost Army returned home in July 1945, its members sworn to secrecy for over 5 decades. Their incredible story remained buried, a secret history, until its declassification in 1996. A 2013 PBS documentary brought wider attention to these untold stories. Finally, in February 2022, in a long overdue recognition, the men of the Ghost Army were posthumously awarded the Congressional Gold Medal. Their legacy redefined what it meant to wage World War II, proving that imagination, art, and a profound understanding of psychological warfare could be as devastating as any weapon. They fought WWII with rubber, sound, and a whisper, bending reality itself to defeat an empire. The ghost was real, and it won.